My favorite piece of feedback, they assigned each dancer like a verb. So they said to fit, to find, to seek, to remain, to remain. Jackie was remain. Natasha was find. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to say this all in one lovely sentence so you don't have to edit it together. My name is Kari Schackmann. I was one of the choreographers for Articulate Austin's 2019 season. I always describe the program when someone asks me as a 6-month choreographic residency with the opportunity to have a community class taught every week and the end goal of creating a progress-based work over the course of 6 months. My piece was about essentially the different presentations of anxiety in people via interpersonal relationships and in personal moments of just like introversion. They kind of ended up over the course of the program almost like finding little character pathways. So we get a really close look at sort of like an OCD type of perspective, and we also get a really close look at that kind of mid-panic attack type of anxiety, the really, really obvious rocking, shaking type of anxiety, which is very interesting to look at in the context of 1 dancer versus 2 dancers versus 3 dancers. When we did the audition for the dancers, I was really looking for people that would be open to dealing with such emotional and vulnerable content. I knew that it was going to be very emotionally demanding on my dancers, so I was looking for people that would be able to communicate those kinds of emotions very strongly while they were doing something very technical. I ended up really realizing at the end of the program that I had accomplished the goals that I set out to do, but that I had also learned a lot about myself in times of stress and how to work with different types of artists. It was really my first professional experience working with a lot of different personality types. The way the feedback was structured, these progress showings, we would show both pieces and there was written feedback for each piece available, and they would have the opportunity to write down feedback after each dance had gone so that it was fresh on their mind. And then if they wanted to stay and give direct feedback to the choreographers and the dancers, they were more than welcome to do so. We would do kind of a circle discussion for the whole thing. I had a lot of opportunities to share my side of the story, my narrative, the kind of behind the scenes action. As far as the progression over the entire 6 months went, I felt like I had a good kind of snapshot of each part of the progress. I was able to follow the challenges, the highlights, the successes, the days where we didn't really do a lot, very candid on the Instagram with my captions and a little bit of my voiceovers in the videos, while also giving people kind of a sneak peek so they would be visually interested in seeing the show. I tried to be as transparent as possible with my process, just because that was one of my goals going into the program, was to be really vulnerable from the artistic side, because I knew the dancers were coming with a certain level of vulnerable authenticity to meet what I was asking of them. Oh, my ear popped. That was excellent.
We're gonna leave that in.
That's the blooper for the end. That's the blooper for the end.